Back around 1945, my father had finished an autobiography. It was called Bound for Glory. It did pretty well, even got turned into a movie, which wasn't so good. Sort of David Carradine kung-fuing his way through the Dust Bowl or something, you know. But it was all right. And somewhere around 1951, 52, 3, somewhere in there, my dad started noticing he wasn't feeling really well. Something was wrong. He didn't know what it was. So he quit drinking, you know, and that didn't do anything. So he went back to drinking. Checked himself eventually into a hospital to see if there was something seriously wrong, you know, like medically wrong. And he was there for 3 months getting evaluated. I'm not making this up. He's there after, you know, and after the 3-month evaluation, the head doctor calls my mom on the phone, says, "Mrs. Guthrie, your husband is seriously ill. He's got delusions of grandeur. He believes he's a famous folk singer. He believes he's written books people are reading, made recordings people are listening to." My mom's on the other end going, "My God, the doctors are nuts." So she goes to break him out, but he's made friends now and doesn't want to leave. Although he did tell me that toward the end of the first 3 months, a new patient comes on the ward one day, walks right up to him, says, "I know who you are. You're Woody Guthrie." My father said, "You know who I am?" The man said, "I loved your book, Bound for Glory." My father said, "You read my book?" The man said, "No, I ate your book." Sometimes you can't get a freaking break in this world, you know. At any rate, he stayed in the hospital system for the next 15 years or so, and every week we'd go down there with the banjos and the fiddles and the mandolins and the guitars, and we'd play music and break them out and bring friends and food and all that stuff. But he stayed in the hospital, and he wrote songs continuously. Not just songs, but books, even a play. And over the last 10, 15 years, my sister, Nora, has been getting those pieces of material out to musicians all over the world, bringing the songs to life that don't have music, getting the books out and published. And next year, I think the play is finally coming out, and I think that's got to be pretty funny and interesting. Like I said, he kept writing songs, and this is one of the last little songs he wrote. Just a little 2-verse song. I put some music to it myself about 10 years ago. Been doing it almost every night since then. I love it. It's just a little peace song. Not the marching around kind of peace song I might sing on other occasions, but it's about the little piece that's in you that makes other people happy to see you coming. Dogs lick you. Babies like you. That kind of piece. And I'm pretty sure at this point, if more people would pay attention to the little piece, the big piece would just take care of itself, you know. So, that's the truth. So here's a little song. That's all it is, 2 verses long. I'll sing it, and I'll sing it again. I'll even give you the words the next time through. Maybe you can sing along. And I know people aren't coming to places like what we did 40 years ago to be singing along with everything. It's a little too kumbaya for people these days. So if you're intimidated by that, just mumble your way through. Trust me, I know people make a living doing it. It's perfectly fine. And when people are singing and mumbling together, something happens. Gets inside of you, fixes things you didn't even know was wrong. And better than that, especially in a place like this with, you know, there's hardly any walls, it gets wafted out there to the breeze is blowing. And it blows to places around the world we might not be thinking about right now tonight. And there might be a friend of ours halfway around the world right now, hiding behind a tree or a wall or a rock or something. Somebody been shooting at him for days. And that guy can almost hear on the sound of the wind over there, the voices of people singing, mumbling together over here, the sound of kids playing, the sound of the world the way it's supposed to be. And that depends on people like us from time to time, just to keep it in mind. That's what all that kumbaya stuff's about. So here's a little song, we'll see what you do with it. It goes something like this. My peace is all I've got that I can give to you. My peace is all I've ever had. It's all I ever knew. I give my peace to green and black, to red and white and blue. My peace is all I've got that I can give to you. is worth 1,000 times more than anything I know. I pass my peace around and around, crossed hands of every hue. My peace is all I've got that I can give to you. See, it's easy. My peace is all I've got. My peace is all that I can give to you, that I can give. My peace is all I've ever had. My peace is all I ever knew. It's all I have. I give my peace to green and black. I give my peace to red and white and blue. To red and white and blue. My peace is all I've got that I can give to you. Some of you got it, sounds awful nice. My peace is all I've got. My peace is all, it's all I've ever known. It's all I've ever. My peace is worth 1,000 times more. My peace is worth 1,000 anything I own than anything. I pass my peace around and around. I pass my peace across hands of every hue, across hands of every hue. My peace is all I've got that I can give to you. Go in peace, everybody. God bless you. Thank you for coming. Have a good night. We'll see you again.